Rain on an old tin roof tonight takes me back to porch light nights. Mama humming by the stove, Daddy in his workday clothes, screen door crying in the wind, July air rolling soft again, coffee cups and muddy shoes, rain on an old tin roof. I was 10 and full of dust, believed old trucks could live on rust. Grandpa smoked and told his tales of flooded creeks and freight train rails. Grandma laughed and shelled the beans. Summer lived in simple things. Thunder rolled and time stood still beyond our window on the hill. Rain on an old tin roof plays the songs I still run to. Every drop of memory falls down those faded kitchen walls. I can hear that back porch swing and the love in everything. Lord, I miss the truth I knew. Rain on an old tin roof. There was a girl from down the lane, blue dress dancing in the rain, barefoot by the cattle gate, smiling like we had all day. We carved our names in hickory bark, stole one kiss before the dark. Back when hearts were brave and young, back when nights were never done. Then life pulled hard as life will do. I left that house at 22, chased a job in neon towns where no one watched the sun go down. Steel and glass can't hold a storm like that place where I was born. City nights are loud and long, but they never sound like home. Rain on an old tin roof plays the songs I still run to. Every drop of memory falls down those faded kitchen walls. I can hear that back porch swing and the love in everything. Lord, I miss the truth I knew. Rain on an old tin roof. Last fall I drove that road again, past the church and Riverbend. Fence was low and paint was gone, but that old place was hanging on. I stood there in the evening chill, same red dirt beneath the hill. Then the clouds broke clean in two, and I heard that old roof sing. No, the years don't ask your leave. They take a little, let some be. Mama's garden's overgrown, Daddy's chair still by the phone, Grandpa's hat hangs by the door, Grandma's pie tins aren't there no more. But when the hard rain starts to fall, I still feel them in it all. Rain on an old tin roof plays the songs I still run to. Every drop of memory falls down those faded kitchen walls. I can hear the back porch swing and the love in everything. Lord, I miss the truth I knew. Rain on an old tin roof. Always love counts, and mason jars and hand-me-downs, and Sunday hymns and Friday fires, and old guitars and worn-out wires. You can keep your city gold. Give me one good storm to hold. Let it ring the past alive, like that house did every night. Now my boy is almost 10. Looks at me like I looked then. So I tell him where I'm from, how the hard years still felt warm, how a roof could sing you peace, how the hurting heart could sleep, how the rain could wash the days and take your fears somewhere away. Rain on an old tin roof still plays the songs I turn to. Every drop of memory falls down those faded kitchen walls. I can hear that back porch swing and the love in everything. Lord, I miss the truth I knew. Rain on an old tin roof. Rain on an old tin roof tonight. Takes me back to porch light nights. If heaven sounds like home to me, it's rain and tin in harmony. It's rain and tin in harmony.
The sun hung low on Miller's Field. We were young and hard to steal. Dust rose up behind that Ford. We had less but wanted more. Your bare feet on the dashboard light, my old cap pulled down too tight. That radio sang out of tune when we were wild in June. The creek ran black beneath the bridge. We carved our names there by the ridge. A pack of smokes, a borrowed flame, two small hearts too young to name. Your mama said be home by 10. We laughed and drove right past again. We chased the stars and the blue moon. We were wild in June. When we were wild in June, we danced beneath that silver moon. We swore those nights would never fade, out on that old county grade with cheap red wine and old back roads and dreams too big for what we own. Lord, time ran free and love ran true when we were wild in June. When we were wild in June, we danced beneath that silver moon. The fair came through on Friday night. You wore that cotton dress just right. I won no prize but won your hand. Spun you slow beside the band. We kissed behind the Ferris wheel, the kind that made a young man feel like all his prayers had come too soon. When we were wild in June. The preacher talked on Sunday morning like we were saints already worn, but we were boots and gasoline and every reckless thing between. We skipped the choir, drove out west, laid in hay and gave our best to every song the crickets crooned. When we were wild in June. When we were wild in June, we danced beneath that silver moon. We swore those nights would never fade, out on that old county grade with cheap red wine and old back roads and dreams too big for what we own. Lord, time ran free and love ran true when we were wild in June. In June, we danced beneath that silver moon. You Daddy worked the feed store shift, mine drove nails and heavy lifts. They wore the week down to the bone, still built a life with what they'd known. We talked about a little house, a screen door and a porch outside, a dog, 2 kids and 1 hay room, when we were wild in June. Then life came fast like summer rain, a flatbed truck, a moving train. You left for school in Tennessee, I stayed to work the family seed. Your last kiss burned like engine heat, that depot shook beneath my feet. The whistle sang a lonesome tune for what went wild in June. When we were wild in June, when we were wild in June, we danced beneath that silver moon. We swore those nights would never fade, out on that old county grade, with cheap red wine and old back roads, and dreams too big for what we own. Lord, time ran free and love ran true, and we were wild and true. When we were wild in June, we danced beneath that silver moon. Now every year when summer rolls, I feel that fire down in my soul. The gravel pipes beneath my tires like old young hearts and barnwood fires. I pass the bridge, the field, the bend, and see those kids we used to spend our whole world with from dusk till noon, when we were wild in June. The fair is gone, the barn leans low, that creek still winds, that corn still grows. The paint peels off the Miller sign, but memory keeps its own good time. I heard you live out west somewhere, got 2 blue eyes and lighter hair. I hope they laugh and sing in tune the way we did one June. I never made that little plan, life had other ways for man. But on some nights the wind blows right and takes me back through fireflies to your bare feet, my old front seat, that hammering sound of young hearts beat. No gold was ever worth that bloom of being wild in June. When we were wild in June, when we were wild in June, beneath that silver moon. We swore those nights would never fade, out on that old county grade, with cheap red wine and old back roads, and dreams too big for what we own. Lord, time ran free and love ran true, when we were wild in June. Yeah, time ran free and love ran true, when we were wild in June. We were wild in June. When we were wild in June. Sunday rose on weathered pines, fog laid low on fence and vines. Mama hummed by the kitchen fire, cast iron sang with heat and choir. Biscuit flour on her hands, Grace still lived in simple plans. Daddy shaved by the hallway glass, tied his tie and checked the grass. Grandma rocked on the front porch swing, soft and slow she used to sing. Her voice drifted through the screen like some place I'd never seen. Coffee steamed in chipped old cups, sun came gold and woke us up. Church shoes lined by the back door, same old boards, same old floor. Sunday smoking old Sunday smoking old hymns. Chevy wheels on gravel bends, dust behind us, kin and friends. White clapboard and red brick wall, kids in rows, then one by all. Pastor preached on faith and rain, mercy walks through joy and pain. Mama bowed her head so low, like she knew what I don't know. The dinner waited afternoon, beans and ham and one old tune. Uncle Joe told stories twice, still we laugh like it was new. Cousin May in yellow dress talked of dreams beyond this mess. But the fields out by the creek kept us humble, kept us meek. Sunday smoking old hymns rise through the stillness of the pines. Hands once warm by working years held us close and dried our tears. I still hear that church bell ring in the heart of everything. Time moves on, but I go home with Sunday smoking old hymns. I was young and wanted out, chased the neon, chased the crowd. Thought the city knew my name, thought bright lights could raise the dead. But in bars and motel rooms, silence blooms a colder tune. Every road I ever ran led me back where love began. Now the porch is old and bare, Grandma's rocking chair ain't there. Mama's Bible worn and thin still has Daddy's note tucked in. There is peace past all this land. Hold the grace and lend your hand. I can see those Sunday skies every time I close my eyes. Sunday smoking old hymns rise through the stillness of the pines. Hands once warm by working years held us close and dried our tears. I still hear that church bell ring in the heart of everything. Time moves on, but I go home with Sunday smoking old hymns. Some folks live for leaving fast, some just race beyond the past. Me, I learned in small town life, love burns low, but it burns right. In the prayer before the meal, in the dirt beneath the heel, in the songs the old folks knew, heaven always shimmered through. There's a field past Miller Lane where we stood in summer rain. Daddy said, boy, life is brief. Work with hope and trust belief. I was too young then to hear
what now rings so bright and clear. Truth ain't loud and it ain't thin. It sounds like those old hymns. Sunday smoking old hymns rise through the stillness of the pines. Hands once warm by working years held us close and dried our tears. I still hear that church bell ring in the heart of everything. When my road runs cold and dim, lead me home through old hills. Barbed wire fence. We were young and innocent, barefoot in the August sun, in the fields we used to run. Mama called from the back porch light. Daddy worked till after night. Dust rose up when day was done, in the fields we used to run. We chased fireflies through the pines, swore those stars were yours and mine. You laughed like a loaded gun, in the fields we used to run. Old oak tree by Miller Creek held the words we could not speak, carved our names and thought we'd won, in the fields we used to run. Those days shine like setting sun, golden wild and never done. Time moved slow and life was young, the fields we used to run. I still hear that old shotgun from the farm at days last hung. Lord, I miss who I was then, in the fields we used to run. Friday nights and county fairs, cheap blue jeans and tangled hair, radio on, turn way up loud. We felt taller than the clouds. You rode with me in Daddy's Ford, windows down on gravel roads. We had dreams too big to name, and a love too wild to tame. Those days shine like setting sun, golden wild and never done. Time moved slow and life was young, the fields we used to run. I still hear that old shotgun from the farm at days last hung. Lord, I miss who I was then, in the fields we used to run. And life came like winter rain, quiet loss and growing pain. You moved west in early June, I left home that same year too. Now that barn is leaning low, creek still winds where willows grow, but the world we knew is gone. Still I drive those roads alone. Some folks leave and never turn, some hearts heal and some still burn. Some old roads don't truly end, they just been through time again. If I close my eyes just right, I can see that porch light shine, hear your voice on evening wind, calling me back home again. There's a child in me somewhere, running free through open air. No hard years, no need to hide, just that small town and your smile. Every scar and every mile, could not take me from that time. Part of me stays 17 in those rows of summer green. Those days shine like setting sun, golden, wild, and never done. Time moved slow when life was young, the fields we used to run. I still hear that old shotgun from the farm at days last hum. Lord, I miss who I was then in the fields we used to run. Those days shine like setting sun, golden, wild, and never done. Though the years have come and gone, those old roots still pull me on. When my race on earth is done, lay me where the tall grass hums. Let me rest where I began, in the fields we used to run. The sun came up on gravel lane, screen door sang that old refrain. Daddy's truck in a cloud of tan, coffee warm in my mama's hands. Rooster cried by the fence out back, AM news and a weather track. By noon the fields wore golden haze, time moved slow through August days. Saturday dozen radio songs took us where our hearts belong. Windows down on a county line, young and broke, but the world felt mine. Dust in the gold of the setting sun. Life was hard, but the night was young. Saturday dozen radio songs still roll on when the day is gone. We met up by the feed store sign. Jake brought ice in a cooler white. She wore red with her hairpin high. Lord, I felt when she caught my eye. Ball game buzz from the pickup dash. Sun went low on the weed and grass. Then the night turned soft and slow. Steel guitar on the radio. Saturday dozen radio songs took us where our hearts belong. Windows down on a county line, young and broke, but the world felt mine. Dust in the gold of the setting sun. Life was hard, but the night was young. Saturday dozen radio songs still roll on when the day is gone. Fiddle rides, steel guitar cries, drums stay light, bass walk slow. We slow dance by the railroad track. Moonlight fell on the kudzu patch. She said, boy, this town won't last. I said, girl, let's not move that fast. Her head lay light on my work shirt sleeve, and I stood still like it would not leave. From the hall by the old highway, love sounded true in a warm cliche. Saturday dozen radio songs took us where our hearts belong. Windows down on a county line, young and broke, but the world felt mine. Dust in the gold of the setting sun. Life was hard, but the night was young. Saturday dozen radio songs still roll on when the day is gone. Now that road runs black and white. The feed store's gone and the well ran dry. Mama's house has a lock and key, dust still lives in my memory. Some nights when the week runs long, I still drive with those old songs on. If I could buy 1 hour back, I'd take that for down the same old track. Find that girl in the neon glow, tell her what I should have told. Love burns bright then rides away, but dust and song still know my name. Saturday dozen radio songs took us where our hearts belong. Windows down on a county line, young and broke, but the world felt mine. Dust in the gold of the setting sun. Life was hard, but the night was young. Saturday dozen radio songs still roll on when the day is gone. Saturday dozen radio songs still
still take me where my heart belongs. Windows down and the night rolls by, small town stars and a big black sky, dust in the gold of the setting sun. I hear us laugh and I hear us run. Saturday dust and radio songs, living me now that those days are gone. Dust on a dash, song on the wind, I go right back there all again. Saturday dust and radio songs, that's where I learn where I belong.